Hello everyone, very good evening. Am I clearly audible and visible to everyone who are there in the session? Please let me know that the voice is okay and the screen is clear so that we can start our discussion. So today in this particular session, as today is Friday and at 6 p.m. we usually have our weekly current affairs session. So in this session, we will discuss news related to agriculture and rural development of the last week, right? So please, before proceeding forward, please let me know that everything is fine and how's your preparations going on. Uh, yeah, how you all are doing? Is everything fine? So there are so many events that happened in the last week, okay, and all those events we need to discuss here. So that's why in today's session, we have so many different points to discuss, okay. So let's continue. Let's start our discussion without wasting a single minute. Before proceeding forward, it's a request to everyone. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and as well as yeah, is the voice okay to you? The voice is clear, aspirants. Am I clearly audible and visible to everyone? So here we go. Okay, let's start our discussion. So here we'll discuss the current affair related to agriculture and rural development portion that happened from 17th of May till 23rd of May. Subscribe to our channel, register yourself on the application of Olive Board so that you will be capable of getting the PDF of all the YouTube classes. And there are so many batches and important resources available for your better preparations on the application of Olive Board. Take the benefit of all these resources and do your preparations in a better manner with the team of Olive Board. Okay, so let's start. So what happened? This is an event of 16th of May 2025. So what happened on 16th of May 2025? See, the last Friday also we had the class, but that till the time we had the class, this event was not mentioned on the official website of PIB and other things. So that's why we had not covered it. That's why we are covering it in today's session. Okay. So Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Shri Bhupendra Yadav, outlines a 5-point call for global action to project fragile mountain ecosystem at the first Sagarmatha Samvad in Kathmandu, Nepal. So look at this first line. There are so many important points here. One thing is this is for the first time this event happened. So that's why it is known as first Sagarmatha Samvad. Where it held in Kathmandu, Nepal. Okay, and who is the Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change? His name is Shri Bhupendra Yadav. And what he highlighted there, 5-point call for global action that we need to focus on certain parameters and it's a time arrived that we need to take some actions in a collaborative manner. Then only we will be capable of dealing with all these global issues. Okay, why this summit happened, why this samvad happened? We need to protect fragile mountain ecosystem because Himalayas or the mountains are like situated at the boundaries of all these countries. So they need to collaborate so that we can work to prevent the situations together. Okay, so whatever the situations that are happening that are causing harm to our environment in future, we will take collaborative actions to work for them. Okay. Very good evening, Tofik. Very good evening to you. So, Minister stresses on. So, when this, like in the last class, we had discussed about this International Big Cats Alliance that was also discussed at the United Nations Forum on Forest. Okay, United Nations Forum for Forest that was discussed in the last week current affair. There also our Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change took a step ahead to discuss about international big cat alliances that is basically started by our country. Okay, so he stresses on enhanced transboundary conservation effort. There is a need to take conservation efforts that is transboundary, like it's not should the effort should not be like separated by the boundaries. They should be transboundary efforts, calling on all Himalayan nations to collaborate under International Big Cats Alliance is where we are working on how we can preserve the population of big cats. I'm fine, I'm doing well. Minister also outlined, so this is a point. Okay, here we are going to discuss about these 5 points. See, aspirants, let me tell you one thing. You can have this question in your descriptive answer writing as well, where they can ask you to mention the scenario and what are the current initiatives taken by our government or by all the Himalayan nations, okay, to protect the fragile mountain ecosystem. So these are very important events, okay. So minister also outlined a 5 point call for global actions to address the shared ecological challenges of mountainous regions. So all the mountainous regions are facing the challenges. So he come forward. Who? Shri Bhupendra Yadav ji, he come forward and he shared there is a need to focus on 5 point call for global action. And what are these 5 points? Enhanced scientific cooperation. So whatever the action we want to take to protect this fragile mountain ecosystem, the action should have scientific interface. So there is a need to strengthen research collaborations, monitoring cryospheric changes. What do you mean by cryospheric? Cryo word stands for low temperature regions. So that Himalayan regions are quietly, they are having the low temperature. Na? Overall, jo climate temperature of that areas are quite low. So that's why these regions are known as cryospheric regions. Okay, and there is a need to monitor all these cryospheric changes, hydrological cycles. So when the glaciers on the Himalayas will melt, what it will cause, it will lead to increase in the water level of the ocean and the water body. Okay, so because of these cryospheric changes, hydrological cycles will also change and biodiversity will also affect. So there is a need to have enhanced scientific corporations to work over all these factors. So this is the first point. Second is building climate resilience. There's a need to build climate resilience, investing in climate adaptation measures. Now the time has arrived and human activities have started causing a lot of negative effect on our climate. So now there is a need to invest in climate adaptation measures. Early warning system should be developed. For example, for disaster like glacier, lake, outburst, floods, and climate resilient infrastructure in mountain areas. See, so when the glaciers will melt, when the water level of the nearby water bodies will rise, the localities that will be in danger or that will suffer the most, obviously these will be the mountainous area. Okay, so there is a need to develop climate resilient infrastructure there, and there is a need to maintain early warning system for disasters like glacial lake outburst flood. Otherwise the things will go out of control. It will not be possible for us to control the situation. So this is a second action plan discussed there. Third action plan is empowering mountain communities. See, if you are taking specific measures for any community and you have not informed that community that we are thinking to take this much action plan for you guys, how will they collaborate? How will they collaborate with you? There is a need to empower them. There is a need to inform them about the action plans that you are thinking taking taking care. Okay, so there's a need to empower the mountain communities, ensuring that the welfare, needs, and the aspirations of local communities are at the heart of policy making. See why most of the actions of the policies are not giving us good results, because we are not working on, like on some ways we are not working on good governance. We are not working on the issues actually that we are facing at the grassroots. There is a need to study. There is a need to know about the needs of the local community, because they are the one who are living at that fragile climatic conditions. Okay, we need to know about their welfare. We need to know their needs and aspirations. and then we'll take some policy measures that will help them directly. So there's a need to work upon that. Okay, and their benefits from green livelihood and sustainable tourism. Their traditional knowledge is an invaluable resources, and whatever the traditional knowledges they are having to restore any ecosystem, to save any life, we need to gather all these informations and we need to use them because they are invaluable resources. Okay, so this is a third point. Okay, next is providing green finance. So making available adequate and predictable climate finance as per the United Nations United Nations Framework Convention for Climate Change and its Paris Agreement that was held in the year 2015 for mountain nations implement adaptations and mitigation strategies effectively. There is a need. See, whosoever are the part of these mountains or considered as a mountainous nations, they need to have all those resources, climate funds available to them so that they can use that fund at the time of. Okay, so this is the fourth point of for this action plan. The fifth point is recognizing mountain perspectives. What are the perspectives of the peoples and ecosystem? So ensuring that the unique vulnerabilities and contributions of mountain ecosystems are suitably featured in global climate negotiations and sustainable development agendas. Whenever that call comes that we are discussing the sustainable development agendas and global climate negotiations, these points need mentioned. See, whatsoever the activities we are doing, we are cutting trees. If we are we are promoting industrialization, the harmful effect, the utmost effect is going the climate. Glaciers are melting. Cryospheric region is changing. Because of that cryospheric region change, there are the chances of flood in the mountainous regions. And the flood and the increase in the water level can cause the extreme disasters and and issues to the people who are living nearby areas. There is a need to consider them while taking all steps later. Okay, so this is what that was discussed and that was shared by our Union Minister Shri Bhupendra Yadav ji during that first Sagar Matha Samvad in Kathmandu. I think this point is clear to you. All the points related to this is clear to you. Another important thing. See, there are so many initiatives and so many events happened during the last that, that is we discuss in our session. So let's talk about the another event. So what happened? The Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Union Minister Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. He is Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan to chair stakeholder consultation. Who are stakeholders? See, stakeholders include all the individuals who are related to any organization, or they can be the producers, they can be consumers, they can be the shareholders, they can be the majority shareholders or the minority shareholders. All the individuals come under the stakeholder. So Union Agriculture Minister Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan to chair stakeholder consultation on Viksit Krishi in Nagpur, Maharashtra. So he visited Nagpur, Maharashtra, and he discussed some points related to the agriculture. Viksit Krishi, developmental agriculture, related some initiatives and some related to that when had a meeting with stakeholders there. So during that meeting, what was like the different projects he had worked upon? What was the different initiatives that he took? We need to discuss about. So during the visit, the union minister inaugurated. So what he did, he inaugurated what National Soil Spectral Library. It is a very important question as it isn't mentioned in your syllabus that you have to cover all the important institutions. So these are the institutions which are in news. There are the chances that the question can be asked from these. So what happened there was our library inaugurated. The name was National Soil Spectral Library. Okay. And what is that library is about? It's a pioneering initiative in digital agriculture. So we had moved towards digital agriculture. Okay, and it is a very good pioneering initiative in the digital agriculture field. Developed, so this library was developed by Indian Council of Agriculture Research, National Bureau of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning. So where is that National Bureau of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning located? It is at Nagpur. Okay. And other than that, Indian Institute of Soil Science also participated in it. And where is the headquarter of Indian Institute of Soil Science, Bhopal, and the Indian Agriculture Research Institute, where it is Delhi. So it is a collaborative project of these three institutions, not initiated by any one organization. It is a collaborative project. And this initiative is a part of network program on precision agriculture. We are now moving towards focusing on all the practices that will help us in developing the precision agriculture. You know the concept of precision agriculture? Please give me a thumbs up in the comment box that you guys know the concept of precision agriculture, because we had discussed about it a lot of times. Yeah. Please mention in the comment box that you guys are aware about the concept of precision agriculture. Yes or no? Yeah, very good evening, Sakshi. Very good evening to you. Precision agriculture, where we choose all the basic inputs very cautiously, depending upon the variable rate technology, depending upon the requirement of the soil, depending upon the requirement of the crop, so that we will have all the resources and precise amount, will not invest excess of money in buying the basic inputs of the crop. Yeah. Very good evening, Yash. Very good evening to you. So this is clear to you now, precision agriculture. So this initiative will help you in this National Soil Spectral Library. And other than that, our minister had done one more thing. He launched a AI-based smart trap for pink bollworm. See, we know about the cotton crops. Cotton crops are mainly grown in black soil. Okay, black soil is known as self-plowing soil, and almost most of the region of Maharashtra is suitable for the cultivation of cotton crops. So there are the chances of this pest infestation in Maharashtra. Okay, so that's why considering the importance of the crop, because as it was also mentioned in the union budget of 2025 that we want to enhance the cotton productivity, we want to enhance the cotton productivity, and we had taken specific measures towards it. National mission for cotton productivity we had also started. Okay, so we are working. So if there is any pest that can cause harm or that can reduce the productivity of this cash crop, we need to take a specific measures toward it. And what is that specific measure? AI based smart trap for pink bollworm, which is a major pest affecting the cotton. So with that, you had covered two, three questions. Now, this technology, who developed this technology? This is developed by ICAR, Central Institute of Cotton Research. So, where is the Central Institute of Cotton Research located? Central Institute of Cotton Research is located at Nagpur. See, aspirant, in on this particular slide, we had mentioned about one, two, three, four, five research institutes, and there's so many important knowledge available on this particular slide. Okay, and what it will do, leverages advanced machine learning algorithm for precision pest control. Like if there is a chance of any pest attack on the, this technology will help you to know about it, and that's how you can trap this pink bollworm so that your crop will not get infested because of this thing. Okay, so this is clear to you. Is it point clear? Now moving further, let's talk about now how this National Soil Spectral Library will help you. So this establishment of National Soil Spectral Library marks a significant milestone in India's journey towards digital agriculture. The library will facilitate a contactless, rapid, and cost-effective method of soil analysis, as this library will have samples in it. This library, what the library do, basically there's a collection of books. If you're talking about the libraries, what they have the databases maintained. Okay, so all the soil samples will be there, available there, and that's how whatever the sample, new sample you will have with you, this library, this spectral library will have all the information related to that, and all the online databases will be available to, like the e-Aadhaar cards and e-databases will be available, and that will help you to analyze the soil very effectively in a cost effective manner, replacing the conventional wet chemistry based testing. You don't need to depend upon the wet chemistry based testing. Now you are having the soil spectral library with you, and that will provide you the cost effective methods of soil analysis. The soil spectral data representing diverse agroclimatic zones of the India will be formally dedicated to the nation by the United Nations. This, as we all know, that there are 15 agroclimatic zones in our, and all the agroclimatic zones have different soil, and there are 12 soil orders. There are different soil types present in different places, and this soil spectral library will have all the databases collected there, and that will help you to analyze any data that will help you to work upon. Okay, this library is very, very important. Now, moving further, Sri Chauhan was accompanied by, so he was not the only one who visited Nagpur for this stakeholder consult. He was accompanied by Secretary of DARE and the Director General, newly appointed Director General of ICAR, who is appointed in the month of April 2025, because we had discussed about it in the current session. Shri Mangilal Jat, Deputy Director Generals were also there, Assistant Director Generals, Directors of Maharashtra based ICAR institutes, Vice Chancellors of State Agriculture Universities, and other senior dignitaries. All these dignitaries were there when he was announcing and working over all these stakeholders, which is related to Viksit Krishi. Okay, next is, yeah, this is the next important news. Let's talk about the integrated aqua park. What are they, and under which particular scheme it started working over this integrated aqua park? Let's talk about. And with the help of this integrated aqua park, we are talking development of Tripuras. Okay, it's a very important, very, very. So what happened? This is a news of 17 May 2020. So Union Minister, Ministry of Fishery, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Ministry of Panchayati Raj, Shri Rajiv Ranjan Singh, to inaugurate Fish Festival. So he inaugurated the Fish Festival, and with that he lay foundation stone for rupees 42.4 crore related to integrated aqua park in Tripura. This is a news of 17th of May 2020. So under which particular scheme the integrated aqua park will come? So this will come under the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. And on what basis, what is the core concept of establishment of this integrated aqua park? So these aqua parks are conceptualized as integrated hubs that offer services ranging from hatcheries. Okay, hatcheries basically where we like put the fish sheets for culturing, and feed mills to cold storage. Basically, when you had harvested the fishes, you have to transport them to any other locality. So for that you need the cold storage facilities, processing facilities, training facilities for culture, cluster building, and marketing, all under one roof. So these integrated aqua park will have all these facilities. So they are the like one roof, having all the projects will covered under one roof. Okay? And these facilities are not merely physical structures. They are catalyst for value chain development, innovation, livelihood generation, particularly in the region. Park will operate on a hub and spoke model. They will work on hub and spoke. One place having all the objects to be customized to address regional needs and specific thematic areas. Specific thematic areas and regional needs will be covered here. This integrated approach ensures that all facets of fisheries and aquaculture value chain from production and processing to retail are supported by providing end-to-end as it is mentioned in this particular line, starting from the hatchery, ending on the marketing, all the operations will be covered too. And that's how it will help in maximizing the output and fostering the sustainable growth of aquaculture and the fisheries development. Okay. Now, see, this integrated project is about to happen or about to establish because the foundation stone really laid on the same day in Tripura. Okay. And Tripura has emerged as a front runner in this effort. Tripura has come down, Tripura started. We'll also discuss about the budget allocation was there and how the state with its high fish consumption rate of over 29 kg per capita per year. Okay, why it was needed to develop the integrated aqua park is because most living in the state they consume fish. Okay, and it was observed it is over 29 kg per capita per year, which has made significant progress in the fishery sector in the recent years. So under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana and Blue Revolution, the state has received project worth rupees 319 in last 10 years to support agriculture expansion, infrastructure, technology infusion, fisheries welfare, and market intervention. And it was observed that this state is consuming this state is work in this direction. So in the last 10 years, project related here to the worth of rupees 319 crore has been initiated in this state and they have started working on. Integrated Aqua Park in Kailashahar, Tripura will serve as a backbone. So this integrated aqua park will which will have all the facilities starting from hatcheries ending with sitting there at one point only. It will act as a modernizing infrastructure for fish production, processing and marketing in the state, benefiting wide range of stakeholders. You know the meaning of stakeholders will get the benefit from this integrated because this is a common and all the things will be available. Okay. Next is Union Minister urged the stakeholders to work diligently towards transforming Tripura into a fish surplus state. So when the Union Minister visit a specific project or laying foundation stone on a specific project, he have to say something or he have to mention about some key highlights. So what was his take at this particular inauguration? So he said that all the stakeholders have to work diligently and they should work on to transform Tripura as a fish surplus state which will be capable of exporting fish and to strive for a production target of 2 lakh tons, significantly exceeding the state's requirement of 5 lakh tons. He stated that soon Tripura would be developed into an organic fish cluster like Sikkim. So here came to know about a which of the following state is known as organic fish cluster? Is Sikkim. So after Sikkim, Tripura, if Tripura will work over this project in a very good manner, Tripura will also emerge out as a organic fish cluster. Okay. Now moving further, yeah, current status of fisheries in Tripura, like how the fishery practices are going on in the state of Tripura, and we discussed about most of the people living in the state Tripura, they have their livelihood fishery practice because fish is a very important. So fish Tripura have highest fish consumption rate of 9 kg per capita per year. Okay? And under Pradhan Mantri Sampada Yojana, state has received an investment of 178 crore this year. And over the last 5 years, Tripura has implemented how much? 69 approved projects. The cumulative value of rupees 258.61 crore in the fishery sector. And this integrated aqua park in Kailashar alone account for investment of 4 crore. It is expected to serve as a backbone for modern fish production and marketing infrastructure benefiting a wide range of stakeholders across the aquaculture system. And it is also expected that when this integrated aqua park will be actively working, that will provide employment for about 100 people and indirect employment for 500. That's how this integrated aqua park will provide employment. Okay. Now let's talk about the another important point or Krishi Samvad. So we talk about the Krishi Samvad that stakeholder consultation event that happened, okay, in Nagpur. Okay. So during that event, he discussed about that soil spectral library and other events. Other than that, he also highlights some other points. Now let's talk about the key highlights of this Krishi Samvad that happened during Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan. Viksit Vikasit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan that held in Nagpur on 18th of May 2020. What were the key highlights there? Agriculture Ministry will work on the thing one nation, one agriculture, one team, that we need to work as a team to develop our agriculture practices. ICR has 113 institutes across the country and 11 of which are in Maharashtra. That means Maharashtra is having a number of ICR institutes in it. He inaugurates National Soil Spectral Library, and Maharashtra become the first state to have a soil map. So which particular state is considered as a first state to have a soil map? So it is Maharashtra. Laboratory to be established in Pune for research on original plant varieties. Farmers from Nagpur division excelling in natural farming, organic farming, and FPOs honored by Union Agriculture Minister. So all these events happened at Sanba. Okay. Next is, yeah. So nationwide Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan, that is to be begin from 29th of May. Okay. So it was also discussed. So during that Krishi Samvad, or these were addressed Krishi Samvad under the Viksit Bharat Krishi Sankalp that happened. So these were the events जो आपका पहले that has already happened. So it was discussed. And here we are talking about the key point to be discussed. Okay, so that Krishi Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan, which will start from 29th of May. So during that Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan, these points nationwide, it will begin from 29th of May. In Nagpur, it has already over. Okay, and nationwide, it will start from 29th of. So these points will be discussed when the event will held nationwide. So what were the points that will be discussed there? One is developed agriculture, advanced farming, and innovative farmers are essential for a developed India. So, if we develop our country, we want to emerge out as a developed nation. We need to develop our agriculture. We need to work upon farming and innovating farming. Okay. Next is research and technology will reach farmers across the country through the initiative of the Ministry of Agriculture and ICR. So, whatsoever other research that scientists are doing, whatsoever the technologies our scientists are preparing, there is a need to transfer the technologies to the farmers who are working at the ground. That will be transmitted to the Ministry of Agriculture and ICAR. An effective step towards fulfilling Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of lab to. There is a need to whatever the practices, whatever experiments you are doing on the lab, need to be transferred to the land so that they will give the better results or best results. Campaign will be conducted every year before the sowing of both Kharif and Rabi crops. Campaign need to be conducted, all the Abhiyan need to be conducted so that to know requirements of farmers for sowing of their Rabi crops and the Kharif crop. Okay. Next important points that is need to be discussed here. Yeah. So under this, as part of the initiative, see, it's very important. There we will get some extra information like about the how many Krishi Vigyan Kendra now we are having. So as part of this initiative, Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan, 2,170 expert team, each comprising at least 4 scientists, will visit over 65,000 villages across. So how many districts are there? 723 districts between. So this particular event will be of 2 weeks. So during that time period, okay, expert team will visit 65,000 villages across 723 districts. Okay. And these teams will include personnel from agriculture universities, research institutions, government departments, innovative farmers, and farmer and organizations. And they will conduct daily sessions morning, afternoon, and evening, engaging directly with farmers. The team will assess local agroclimatic conditions. So, what were the main work of these teams? when they will visit the villages. So what were the main tasks they will do? They will assess the local agroclimatic conditions, soil nutrient profiles, water availability, rainfall pattern. Using soil health cards, they will recommend appropriate crops, high yield seed varieties, ideal sowing techniques, and balanced fertilizer use, emphasizing scientific farming to lower cost and improve soil. Okay, so these were the all tasks that will be done in that Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan that will start from 29th okay, and end on 12th of June. Okay, another important point, importantly, the campaign is designated as a two-way interaction. There will be an interaction between farmers and the expert. Farmers will share their challenges. They will ask questions. There will their field level problems like pest infestation, and the scientists will inform them how you can tackle with these issues. And this initiative will harness the collective strength of seven. So, how many Krishi Vigyan Kendra are there in our country? So, there are 731 Krishi Vigyan Kendras and ICR science, ensuring that science and farming progress hand in hand. Okay? With an expected direct engagement of over 1.3 crore farmers, this innovative and inclusive campaign is poised to set a benchmark in agricultural transformation and awareness in India, right? Now, another important point. What happens? What are the importance that we see the next news? Okay, so let's talk about the important points related to agriculture, agricultural education, research, and extension are crucial pillars. So they are very important. So there was an annual conference held by Vice Chancellors of Agriculture Universities, Directors of CR Institutes, Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and Rural Sri Sivraj Singh Chauhan press conference. He highlighted that there should the people should be aware about agriculture. There is a need for research and extension. They are very important. Okay, how they are acting as crucial pillars in the importance. Research plays a key. The research, if we will not research on the varieties that are there, on all the measures to prevent your crop from stations, do the research. If you will not test it on the directly supply to the you're not aware about like what type of positive or negative effect your specific invention or the discovery can cause. There's a need to do research on common people. Okay, so research plays a key role in increasing agriculture production and reducing. But is to ensure all institutions work in direction to, and we have a target to maintain 5% agricultural growth rate, and we need to emphasize on it. And we need to focus on a project like one nation, one agriculture, one focus on increasing production of pulses and also because we nirbhar is production and all seeds production. So genome editing method which we had started installing for rice varieties, we need to use it methods and all seeds also. Emphasize on achieving goals through modern technology. Okay. Next is about so recently on 20th of May, what was that? World Bee Day was on 20th of so KVIC celebrates World Bee Day 2025 under the banner Sweet Revolution. So the theme of this year World Bee Day was Be Inspired by Nature. Okay. And beekeepers earn rupees 325 crore by generating over 20,000 metric tons of honey under KVIC's honey. KVIC distributes 2 lakh plus bee boxes and bee colonies across the country. Sweet Revolution has transformed the lives of beekeepers and okay, so when the farmers has started towards the bee, they had transformed. So it was discussed. So Khadi KVIC stands for Khadi and Village Industries Commission. Under the Union Ministry of so this KVIC comes under not agriculture department, it comes under the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise. Celebrated the World Bee Day 2025 right, at its central office. Where the central office KVIC? It is Parley, that is under the banner Sweet Revolution. And this year, the theme of B Day was Be Inspired by Nature to Nourish It, aligning with the Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi's vision of transforming white revolution sweet. Okay, the grand event was inaugurated by KVIC chairman, who is the chairman of KVIC, Sri Manoj Kumar. Okay, and who is the CEO of KVIC, Mr. Roop Rashi. Okay, and what was the major things that was highlighted there during that particular event? So KVIC chairman also highlighted the remarkable achievements under the honey mission. To date, KVIC has distributed how many honey books? That 29,009, and bee colonies across the country in the production of rating and income 325 crore for. Okay, and with that, he also highlighted that beekeepers associated with KVIC export 55. Okay, so in fiscal year 2025-26, the farmers or the bees associated with KVIC, they had exported that much honey worth rupees 5. We are working hard and we are getting this project. Okay. So moving further, let's talk about the next point. Yeah. So what happened? So as like we started our discussion with the project related to the fragile mountain ecosystem. Other than that, we our Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Sri Bhupender Yadav, he had unveiled detailed action plan for Aravalli landscape restoration. It is a major initiative to restore the Aravalli Hill Range. Okay, so the action plan released outlines a science-based, community-led, and policy-supported road to restore the ecological integrity of the Aravallis. So he shared one action. That action plan is about science-based, community-led, and policy-supported road to restore the ecological integrity. What are the five pillars of this initiative? One is the ecological restoration. Okay, as it is similar to the one which we are working in our, yeah, Regail Himalaya. Similar thing we are working over. Okay. Ecological restoration, assisted natural regeneration, native species plantation, soil and moisture. Community participation involving local communities, especially women and youth, planning and implementation, policy and governance, strengthening regulatory frameworks, convergence of schemes, and effective sustainable livelihood, promoting ecotourism, agroforestry, and non-timber forest produce-based enterprises, research and innovation using GIS-based mapping, remote sensing, and restoration ecology practices for info. Okay. So that's all about all the important news related to agriculture, forestry, fishery, and rural development that happened last week, that happened previous week. So here we are ending a session for now. So aspirants, what you connect with me on my Telegram, that is that you need to install, you have to sizing on. See if you're preparing for the regulatory or any government job preparation. You need to have this app with your with in mobile phone because we are providing definitely help you clear all your get good scoring. Okay, so here I'm ending the session. We'll meet in the next class. Bye bye and